Following on from the departure of Julian Leeser from the Shadow Cabinet, the Voice and the Liberal Party's position on the Voice is continuing to make headlines. I might say many of these headlines are inherently misleading, fundamentally misrepresenting the Liberal Party's position. Plenty of commentators who know nothing about the Liberal Party or how it works. So let's clear up some of the misinformation. Joining me now, Greg Sheridan, foreign editor at The Australian. Greg, welcome to the program. I want to start with Julian Leeser's move yesterday. I thought he handled it in a very decent way, as best he could. Of course, not a real surprise if you've followed him for a time. He's had a decade-long support of the Voice. His admission, though, that he's going to seek to change the wording. He doesn't think it'll happen, but he's going to seek to change it. But then, regardless, flaws and all, he says he will still support the Voice. He will vote for it. That's a surprise to me.
Well, Peter, I think Julian Leeser's position is frankly ridiculous, and I'm tremendously disappointed in him. I've got three big beefs with him. He is a very low-impact politician. I can't remember another issue on which he's made any impact whatsoever. The only thing he'll be remembered for is inflicting damage on his own party. Secondly, I think it was a mistake for Dutton to appoint him to these portfolios, but every single person I've ever spoken to in the Liberal Party expected that the Liberals would eventually reject the Voice. Now, Leeser is not a fool. He must have known that. So he embraced this portfolio, either always intending to resign or never having made a proper commitment to solidarity. And then thirdly, like so many Liberals, he displays no regard for the party. I mean, Julian Leeser would be nothing in Australian politics without the Liberal Party. But all of these Liberals, they have a Winston Churchill complex. They think their own personal story is central to the national destiny, and so they'll do anything to burnish their own personal story. And then finally, there is the sheer illogicality of his position. At the National Press Club, he outlined all the reasons why the government's proposal was disastrous and all the permanent damage it would do to the Constitution. And yet he said, no matter how bad it is, even if they make it worse, I'm still going to vote for it, come what may. Now, I think you add all that together and it is an incoherent, foolish, irresponsible position which just shows no regard for his colleagues, but which will, of course, make him a temporary hero in the left-wing media, and it may lead to a cascade of disasters which kills Dutton's leadership, and then the new leader, if he wants to show how woke he is, will appoint Julian to a very senior position. I just think these Liberals, I tell you, one area where Labor is vastly superior to the Liberals is most people in the Labor Party have some regard for the party. You don't see it much in the Liberal Party.